So you finally decided to get some legendary extreme dual revolution glass watermelon lights from 4-state trucks, and you want to know how to wire these up on a switch. Well, let me show you real quick. You're gonna need two 3-way switches. There are two different kinds that I have. One is gonna have these screws right here, and you're gonna need ring terminals just like that to mount it on here. The other kind is this female spade terminal that just slides over these terminals. You're gonna need different color wires, white, yellow, red, of course, and your dome light mounting plate from 4-state trucks as well, of course, and all of these supplies and tools you can get at 4-state trucks, pretty much everything. Well, let's get the light out. This light right here, primary color is red, secondary or auxiliary color is blue. Red wire is our high intensity red. Black wire is low intensity red. Yellow wire is our auxiliary color, which is blue in this case. You may choose to get different auxiliary color option, like purple, green, they have a bunch of different options. And white wire is our ground. For this application, we are not going to be using black wire. Black wire you would use if you are to mount these as a turn signal. First thing we're going to do, we're going to put this black O-ring, then the shiny thingy right here. You're going to get a little baggie like this with some hardware. We are not going to be using this. Put it right here through these holes. Right here. The little nuts. Okay, you're gonna mount the second light the same way, but the second light is different color. This light right here is amber and clear. And by the way, you can pick everything that you see here pretty much for 10% off with my discount code OTRB10. This or anything else that you wish. A hood, a bumper, whatever. You name it, my friend. Brake chambers, slack adjusters. You get the point. Anything that is not currently on sale, you will be able to get for 10% off with OTRB10. Alright, now let's put some switches in. This right here is a dome light, by the way, for Peterbilt 389. And for this application right here, we're gonna be using this switch with the little screws right here on these posts. Just like that. Slide it into the hole and put this nut over here. Okay, now let's do the other one. Alright, here they are. This post right here in the middle of the switch is gonna be your power, battery, positive, or your constant power, whatever you wanna call it. Peterbilt 389 has a light like this. If you have it, you know it is probably cracked, faded, and no bueno, not good anymore. Go ahead and cut this plug off of it. because we're gonna make this plug and play, buddy. This light right here that is amber and clear, we are gonna wire to the switch, but also we are gonna wire our clear option to the door switch. Whenever you open the door, the clear light will turn on. It doesn't matter if this switch is on or off. Whenever you open the door, this light right here will light up clear. On this plug right here, you see how it's oriented? And this plug will be in your truck, this pigtail, and that is how it slides in right there. That is where the clip is. You pull on it and unplug it. This wire right here is your door switch. This wire right here is ground, and this wire right here is constant power or battery power. You're gonna go ahead and strip these up here on top a little bit. Well, these wire strippers are not gonna work, so we're just gonna use a knife. Okay, just like that. Now you can go ahead and put your butt connector on it and just crimp it down to one side. So then pull on a little bit, make sure it's good. Same thing on this one. And finally, this one. Okay, that's good. Go ahead and cut yourself 2 pieces of each wire about 3 inches long and strip it on each end. Then we're gonna take each wire and we're gonna twist it up on one end. Just like that. Take a good note of this plug right here, okay? You can see that it's different on each side. This wire right here, when the switch is facing towards you, the white wire on the left is your door switch wire, and that is where we're gonna put these 2 yellow wires right here. And crimp it down. Pull on a little bit, it's good. Now we can take our torch lighter to it. The middle wire, the black wire, is our ground wire, and that is where we're gonna put these 2 white wires right here. I am making everything pretty much plug and play. In case one of these lights goes out, I can just unplug it and replace it in like 5 minutes. But these lights, there's I don't know, especially if they're inside, I don't see the way for them to go out, to be honest with you. And if they do go out, they have 2-year warranty. Okay, if something happens to them, you can take them back and they will give you a new one. But I don't see a way of these going out, to be honest with you. The only way you're gonna be able to break one of these is if you stand up too quick and hit it with your head, you know, which I am sure I might do. That is why I got spare lights. That's right, buddy. And then note the plug, okay, right here. This wire right here on your right is your battery power or constant power. We're gonna crimp these 2 wires right here. Pull on a little bit and it's good. Oakley dokley. On to the next step. So now on the other end of these wires, we're gonna put on each wire, we're gonna put female style bullet connector, and we're gonna crimp it down. Okay, here it is. You don't have to use any of these connectors like I am using. You don't have to use butt connectors. You don't have to do these female style bullet connectors. All of these bullet connectors that come with the light You don't have to use them. You can cut them off and you can just twist them on, splice them, and use electrical tape. But if you want to get it done right, this is how you would do it. Do it right, do it once. Don't do it right, you're gonna do it many times over. So now for our next step, we're gonna cut 4 red wires about 4 or 5 inches long, and we're gonna cut 2 yellow wires that are 4 or 5 inches long. On each wire, on one of these ends, you're gonna connect your connectors for these posts right here for the switches. In our case, on these switches, it is these ring connectors. Then on the other end over here, on one yellow, you're gonna put male bullet connector. On one yellow, on the other end, you're gonna put female bullet connector. Then on our reds, on 2 of them, you're gonna put male connectors, and on the other 2, you're gonna put female bullet connectors. Now we're gonna go ahead and wire up this switch to this light, and this light right here is blue and red. Okay, we're gonna take one of these wires that has male bullet connector in the end, and we're gonna put it right here in the middle. This is our positive battery power. Okay, now over here on this end, we're gonna connect this yellow one with the female bullet connector right over here. Pay close attention. I don't really know what I'm doing because I'm doing it the first time as well. Okay, there it is. On this end of the switch, we're gonna put the red wire with the female bullet connector. Okay, so middle red wire, this is our power, is gonna be male bullet connector over here at the end. Both of these, red one and yellow one, female bullet connector. Now we're gonna go ahead and take yellow one and plug it right here to the light. So this is our auxiliary power. Whenever I hit the switch, power is gonna go through here and the light will turn blue. Now we're gonna take this wire directly from the light and plug it right here onto this one, just like that. This is our red color for this light, for this one right here. Then the white one, we're gonna plug right here into this white wire on our plug that's gonna be plugged into a truck, and the white one is ground. Okay, now all we gotta do is plug this red one into this plug that's gonna be plugged into a truck, and this one is power, constant power. Okay, so now this light right here is connected. Now let's connect this other light, which is primary color on it is amber and secondary color is clear. You're gonna flip it around just like that, and right here in the middle of the switch, this middle post, we're gonna mount the red wire with the bullet connector on the end up here. See? Then right over here on our left side, we're gonna put another red wire with the female style bullet connector. There it is. Okay, we have one yellow left which has bullet connector on the end, and we're gonna mount it right here. Okay, first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna plug our constant or our power directly into this red over here, which comes from the plug that's gonna be plugged into a truck. Then we're gonna take the ground from the light and plug it right here, which again is the plug that's gonna be plugged into a truck. Then we're gonna take our red wire from this light and plug it right here into the red wire that is connected to the switch. Okay, there it is. We got one more. We're gonna take this yellow wire and we're gonna plug it. Actually, two more. We're gonna take this yellow wire and we're gonna plug it right here into this plug that's gonna be plugged into a truck, and one more yellow right here. Okay, there it is. All the wires are connected. Let's flip it around. Okay, just like that. And now let's test it out. I got my battery over here from the weed eater, whatever. Let's hook up the wires. Okay. Okay. Red one works. Blue one works. Of course it does. Amber and clear. These lights can be in any color position, on or off. Once you get your doors open, this light will turn like that. It will become clear. There it is. Even if the lights are off, you open your door, this light will be clear. So we're gonna do that on both of our sides. Very freaking nice, bruh. Disco party, disco party, disco party. Alright. So yeah, just a quick little video to show you guys how to connect these. We got a lot more lights over here that will go somewhere else inside of our truck. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Touch the wire or open the door and there it is. Let there be light, my friend. Legendary Extreme watermelon lights from 4-State Trucks. Real glass. Real freaking cool, my friend. And you can get these lights or anything else at 4-State Trucks that is not currently on sale for 10% off using my discount code OTRB10. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.